One of the biggest issues that comes up is upskilling, getting people educated on how to use AI, how to use these various tools. And learning frequency is going right into the very learning institutions, sort of progressive independent organizations all around the world in many different cultures. And the skills that they teach are what some would call, and let me paraphrase Amanda, teach children the skills they need to embrace the human skills, which some people call power skills. Others call them soft skills. We're talking about empathy, compassion, critical thinking, being part of a team, collaborating. And as Amanda says, all of these are unbelievably important.
Teach children the skills that they need to embrace the human skills, which some people call power skills, some people call soft skills, empathy, compassion, again, critical thinking, being able teamwork, collaboration, all of these skills that we say are unbelievably important in the workplace, but do not allow for in the classroom because we are still using an industrial revolution output model where talk only when you're spoken to, raise your hand, sit still all day. And then these kids get into the real world and we're like, well, why aren't you solving problems? Or why don't you have why aren't you self-initiation? And why aren't you self-sufficient? And why don't you understand how to do these things? And why can't you use it? And it is so unfair to these kids. And so the way that teachers can use this and the way that teachers are using this is this is a real example. A teacher used this information. They had 5 students, and so she chose 5 students to focus on. And one of the students wasn't able to finish their work. Literally, almost every single day, they were not able to finish their work. And so the teacher looked at the student's frequency bot, and in one of the answers, she actually said that she gets really distracted when it's too noisy and that she would prefer to have noise canceling headphones as one of the ways to be able to prevent that distraction. And so the teacher said, I could just give her noise canceling headphones. And then the teacher remembered, again, she has 25 students, that this student kept coming up to her and saying, it's really noisy. It's really hard for me to concentrate. And this was a student that learned about their own engagement. I have a quote from one of the students that said, help understanding how I learn helps me because it helps me understand what I can do and not what I can't do. And so that is the power. The teachers use this by having students be able to look at themselves and say, these are small things that are possible. These are small changes that can be made for every single student.
You know, you try to teach people about like what jobs will come up with AI. Like we all have a laundry list of what will come up, and nobody really has the answer. In fact, the answer is a lot of the jobs that exist today may not be around. I won't say they all get eliminated, but a lot of entry level data pushing around, call answering, things that can be automated. Okay. But the jobs that we're talking about, the skills, they have to learn these skills to be able to collaborate and work together because it's going to be a very, very different job market. And as it evolves, listen to what might happen and also how we can reverse, at least in the US, the inability to really give teachers the tools, the intelligence, and the time to do teaching and not get overloaded by trying to be everything for everyone as the current system sort of kind of does in the public schools.